Hey everyone, Kyle Walker here. If you love cars, fixing things, or just want to understand your vehicle better, you're in the right place. I share hands-on tips, smart driving advice, and straight-up car talk without the fluff. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and stick around till the end. You don't want to miss what's coming up. Let's get into
Among the
it.
many inventions that help motorists in their various relationships with cars, an important place belongs to trunk lid closers. These modern devices are very convenient in practical terms, allowing drivers, passengers to save time and significantly simplify their lives. A typical trunk door closer is a device that allows you to automatically open its lid, the rear door of the car at a distance, contactless. Meanwhile, not everyone knows the key principles of selection, installation, and operation of electric trunk lock actuators. Based on statistics, more than 3/4 of motorists need detailed additional information on this topic. Electric actuator. The function of automatic, remote opening of the luggage compartment lid is introduced into the practice of automobile construction. Relatively recently, immediately having many fans. Electric trunk lid closer works simply. So, it is enough to press the appropriate button at a distance from the car, and the luggage door comes off without any touching it and mechanical intervention of the key, as it was before. Drivers with experience should remember those times when it was often very problematic to open the trunk with the key due to its freezing at low temperatures, as a result of which it had to be heated up. Penetration of moisture or foreign small objects into the lock. Now such mishaps are impossible, as the door can be opened in any weather, even without leaving the cabin, and the traditional option of mechanical opening of the lock with the key is not eliminated, but remains in force. Convenient to handle electric actuators are now installed on many foreign and domestic models. Their structure and principle of operation is extremely simple. Most often they consist of several small parts: button, fuse, a push rod, two 4-pin relays, with an electric motor. This option is the most common and popular. There is also a variety of actuators, where the stem is driven into the working position through a mechanism with magnetic plates. Although in practice it is used less often, since its reliability index is slightly lower. Features of the choice. Named in the previous section, the two main formats of electric actuators of car trunks determine the specifics of their choice. The driver who wants to acquire such a convenient innovation must, first of all, decide for himself which of these two common options for his car is best suited to its performance characteristics. Read also, how to independently make a trunk light for the trunk in the car specialists and professional drivers in their consultations. As a rule, recommend the electric option, which differs, as has already been emphasized, greater reliability. Since the choice of such models in the modern trade of car accessories is huge, the owner of the car will have to take into account other factors, including the price, which can fluctuate in a significant range. As for the price, experts advise against chasing after cheap Chinese and similar products, with which our domestic car market is literally flooded. Such things, as practice has convincingly proved, will not last long and will turn out, in the end, to be a waste of money. The choice will also depend on the brand of the car itself. For example, to the familiar for many tried and tested models of our VAZ is unlikely to fit the drive, working with the help of magnetic plates. And sometimes it is worthwhile to once again thoroughly consider whether to modernize the luggage compartment lock at all, as in some domestic models of old releases, it will only complicate the driver's life. Installing the trunk closer. When the choice of trunk closer with the help of experienced consultants is finally made and the new product is purchased, the installation of the trunk closer on the car is no less important. As a rule, there should be no special difficulties in this case, if you clearly follow all the instructions attached to the purchase manual. It describes in detail, and sometimes even depicted in the diagram, what and how to do step by step, what parts in the car will have to be temporarily dismantled in order to conveniently position and attach certain parts of the door closer. If such a manual for one reason or another does not appear, for example, the driver bought it at a low price on the hands of a decent friend, the installation is recommended to be carried out in pairs with an expert knowledgeable in such matters. In this case, special attention should be paid to the reliability of fastening each of the parts of the door closer, as well as the insulation of electrical wires. All procedures should be performed filigree so that when closing the trunk lock and then when opening it did not have any problems. If you are unable to do it yourself for various reasons, but have sufficient financial resources, it is still advisable to seek the assistance of experienced specialists from a reputable, proven car service station. Read also, causes and ways to eliminate the whistling of the alternator belt. Usually, the following actions are used to install the fixture. Dismantling the plastic cover, which is located on the inside of the trunk lid. Laying the wiring to the lock through the electrical network of the cigarette lighter. Installation of the drive button in any convenient place. Laying the power wires along the auto thresholds. This will require about 3.5 meters of cable. Installation of the lock itself. The final stage of the procedure is the connection of the device. In this case, it is important not to confuse the polarity, which will cause a failure of work. Trunk closer with your own hands. Trunk closer is not difficult to do by yourself, but it requires, first of all, a sufficient level of knowledge and skills, and secondly, the presence of a number of tools and materials necessary for this kind of work, including terminals, fuse mounts, duct tape, electrical wires, etc. So, if the work is carried out with a VAZ car, it is also necessary to purchase 2 ESP mechanisms, auto glass closing module, cover control button. Having these parts, the rear edge of the ESP is connected to the crossbar at the back of the seat using a threaded connection. Next, you should screw the front end of the window elevator bracket to the rear glass mounting beam. Pre-cut a special groove in it, suitable for an M6 nut. Such a design will work without problems through a special button. The installed auto actuator is tested for the clarity of its functioning and, if necessary, make the necessary adjustments to the instructions. We wish you good luck. In conclusion, selecting and installing a trunk lid closer is a crucial step in enhancing your vehicle's functionality and convenience. By considering factors such as compatibility, ease of installation, and the specific features that suit your needs, you can ensure a seamless integration with your car. Remember to follow the manufacturer's guidelines for installation to achieve optimal performance. With the right trunk lid closer, you can enjoy a more efficient and user-friendly experience every time you access your trunk. Thank you for watching, and we hope this guide has been helpful in your decision-making process.